The school parking lot was emptying fast, parents picking up their kids, teachers heading home, the day winding down to its usual quiet end. Donald Trump sat in his old pickup truck near the back fence, waiting. At 73 years old, retired Army sergeant, he volunteered as a school crossing guard twice a week, Tuesday and Thursday afternoons, 3 p.m. sharp. The kids called him Mr. Trump. The parents waved politely. Nobody knew much about him beyond the faded green military jacket he always wore, and the way he stood at attention even when he was just watching traffic. If you believe that heroes show up in the most unexpected places, type honor and subscribe. Because this story proves that courage doesn't need a stage, it just needs someone willing to act. That Thursday afternoon started like any other. Donald watched the last few cars pull away. Most of the kids were gone, but near the side entrance he noticed something odd. A little girl, maybe 7 or 8 years old, standing alone by the bike racks. She was crying. Donald walked over slowly, his boots crunching on the gravel. "Hey there, you okay?" The girl looked up, tears streaking her face. She shook her head. "I can't find my mom. She was supposed to pick me up, but she's not here." Donald crouched down to her level. "What's your name?" "Emma." "Okay, Emma. When was your mom supposed to be here?" 3 o'clock, but it's almost 4 now. Donald pulled out his phone. "Let's call the office. They'll help us find her." But as he stood up, a car pulled into the lot. Fast. Too fast. The driver got out quickly, a man in his 40s, sunglasses on, despite the overcast sky. "Emma?" The girl's body went rigid. "That's not my mom." Donald's instincts kicked in immediately. The way Emma froze, the fear in her voice, the way the man was walking toward them with forced casualness. "Stay behind me, Emma." The man smiled, but it didn't reach his eyes. "Hey, buddy, I'm her uncle. Mom asked me to pick her up." "She got held up at work," Emma whispered from behind Donald. "I don't have an uncle." Donald positioned himself between them. "Sir, I'm going to need to see some ID and get confirmation from the school office." The man's smile vanished. "Look, old man, this is none of your business. Just hand over the kid." Donald didn't move. His voice was calm, steady, military-trained. "Emma stays with me until we confirm who you are. Step back." The man took a step forward instead. "You really want to do this? You're like 80 years old, 73. And yes, I really want to do this." The man reached for Emma. Donald's hand shot out, grabbed his wrist. 50 years of military training condensed into one controlled movement. The man tried to pull away. Couldn't. Donald's grip was iron. I said step back. The man's other hand went to his pocket. Donald saw it, moved faster than someone his age should be able to, swept the man's legs. 3 seconds later, the man was face down on the pavement, Donald's knee on his back. "Emma, run to the office. Tell them to call 911. Tell them Mr. Trump needs help. Now!" Emma ran. The man struggled. Donald pressed harder, voice dropping to that command tone that had ordered soldiers through war zones. "Stop moving, or this gets worse for you. You don't know who you're messing with, old man." Actually, the man tried to twist free. Donald applied a pressure point. The man gasped. "I know exactly what I'm dealing with. You're a predator who picked the wrong school and the wrong day." 2 minutes later, a teacher came running out. 3 minutes later, sirens. 5 minutes later, police had the man in handcuffs. An officer approached Donald, who was sitting on the curb, breathing hard, but steady. "Sir, are you all right?" Donald nodded. "I'm fine. Check on the girl." The officer looked at the man in the back of the police car, then back at Donald. That was pretty impressive for someone your age." Donald almost smiled. "Training doesn't retire, officer, just the person." Another officer came over with a notepad. "Mr. Trump, we need a statement, but I want you to know this man is wanted in 3 states. Child abduction attempts, You just stopped something very bad from happening." Donald looked toward the school entrance where Emma stood with a teacher, still shaking, but safe. That's the only thing that matters. But the most shocking part hasn't happened yet. 3 hours later, Donald was still at the police station giving his statement when Emma's mother arrived. She was frantic, apologetic, grateful, overwhelmed. "I'm so sorry," she kept saying. "My car broke down. My phone died. I couldn't call the school. I didn't know. I didn't." Donald held up a hand gently. "Your daughter is safe. That's what matters." The woman broke down crying, hugged him. Donald patted her back awkwardly. He wasn't good with emotional displays, but he understood them. Emma came out from the victim services room where they'd been keeping her comfortable, ran to her mother, then turned and ran to Donald. Hugged his leg. "Thank you, Mr. Trump. You saved me." Donald knelt down, looked her in the eye. "You were very brave, Emma. You stayed calm. You listened. You did everything right. But I don't understand. Why didn't you just let him take me? Why did you help?" Donald's weathered face softened. "Because that's what soldiers do. We protect people who can't protect themselves, even when we're not wearing the uniform anymore." The police captain approached. "Mr. Trump, can I speak with you?" They walked to a quiet corner. The captain, a man in his 50s named Rodriguez, extended his hand. "That was some serious training you showed today. Where'd you serve?" "Army, 43 years. Vietnam to Afghanistan." Rodriguez nodded with respect. "We could use someone like you. Have you ever thought about working with our community safety programs?" Donald shrugged. "I'm 73. Not sure what use I'd be." Rodriguez smiled. "You just took down a wanted predator with your bare hands. I think you'd be plenty useful. We run a program teaching kids about stranger danger, safety awareness. It's good, but it's missing something. It's missing someone who's actually been there. Someone real." A week later, Donald stood in front of 33rd graders at the same elementary school. He felt more nervous than he had, facing enemy fire. Kids were scarier than combat sometimes. But he started talking, and they listened. He didn't lecture. He told stories about awareness, about trusting your gut, about the difference between being polite and being safe. "You can say no to an adult if something feels wrong," he told them. "Being respectful doesn't mean doing something that scares you." Emma raised her hand. What if the adult gets mad? Then they were never a safe adult to begin with. Safe adults don't get mad when kids protect themselves. The program took off. Other schools wanted Donald to come speak. Parents requested sessions. The local news did a story. Retired veteran stops abduction, now teaching kids. Safety within 3 months. Donald was speaking at schools across the district. But he noticed something, a pattern. Many kids didn't just need to hear about stranger danger. They needed to know what to do if someone they knew was hurting them. One afternoon, after a presentation, a boy approached him. Quiet, nervous. "Mr. Trump, what if it's not a stranger? What if it's someone you know?" Donald sat down, gave the boy his full attention. "Then it's even more important to tell someone, who is it?" The boy's eyes filled with tears. "My coach, he touches me in ways I don't like. But he says if I tell, no one will believe me. He says he's an adult, and I'm just a kid." Donald's jaw tightened. Not with anger at the boy, but at what he was hearing. "What's your name, son?" Michael, I believe you. And I'm going to help you right now. Okay?" The boy nodded. Within an hour, Donald had contacted the school principal, the police, and Child Protective Services. Within a day, the coach was suspended. Within a week, arrested. 2 other boys came forward. Michael's mother called Donald crying. "You saved my son." "You believed him when I should have noticed. I should have." Donald's voice was firm but kind. "You noticed when he told you. That's what matters. Now you're protecting him. That's what parents do." The incident sparked something bigger. The school district implemented mandatory reporting training. Background checks got stricter. Donald's safety program expanded to include sessions for parents and teachers about recognizing signs of abuse. 6 months later, the program had reached 15 schools. Over 2,000 kids trained, 47 adults trained, and most importantly, 8 children had come forward to report abuse. 8 children who might have stayed silent. Police Chief Rodriguez called Donald into his office. "Trump, we want to make this official. We want to hire you as a community safety consultant." Donald raised an eyebrow. "I'm 73 and I volunteer. Why would you pay me?" "Because what you're doing is working, and we want to expand it citywide." Donald thought about it, then shook his head. "I don't want your money, Chief, but I'll take your support. Get me into every school. Get me resources. Get me a team. That I'll take." Rodriguez smiled. "Deal." Today, Operation Shield, as they named it, operates in 47 schools across 3 counties. Donald Trump, at 74 now, still shows up, still teaches, still listens when a scared kid needs to talk. Emma, the little girl from that parking lot, is now 9. She takes karate classes, volunteers as a peer mentor in the safety program, tells every new kid the same thing Donald told her. Trust your gut. Your feelings matter, and there's always someone who will believe you. One afternoon, Emma approached Donald after a school assembly. "Mr. Trump, when I grow up, I want to be like you." Donald smiled. "What do you mean?" "I want to protect people. I want to make sure kids feel safe, like you did for me." Donald knelt down, looked at her seriously. "Then I'll tell you the secret, Emma. You don't have to wait until you grow up. You're already doing it. Every time you help a younger kid, every time you speak up, every time you show courage, you're already protecting people." Emma hugged him, then ran off to join her friends. Rodriguez walked over, stood next to Donald. "You know what the best part of this program is?" Donald looked at him. "What?" "It's not just about stopping bad guys. It's about creating a generation of kids who know their worth, who know they matter, who know someone will listen. That's what you did, Trump. You gave them their voice back." Donald watched the kids playing, laughing, being kids without fear. "That's what we fought for," he said quietly. "All those years in uniform, all those battles. This right here. Kids who feel safe. If you believe that protecting the innocent is the highest calling, hit like, type Guardian in the comments, and subscribe. Because this story proves that real warriors don't stop fighting. They just change what they're fighting for. And sometimes the most important battle is making sure one child knows they're worth protecting." That night, Donald drove home in his old pickup truck. His phone buzzed. A text from a number he didn't recognize. "Mr. Trump, this is Michael's mom. He wanted me to tell you he made the honor roll today. He's smiling again. Thank you for giving me my son back." Donald stared at the message for a long moment, then typed back, "He gave himself back. I just reminded him he could." He set the phone down, looked at his reflection in the rearview mirror. 74 years old, gray hair, weathered face, tired eyes. But for the first time in a long time, he felt like the mission was clear, not fighting enemies overseas, fighting fear in kids' hearts right here at home. And that, he thought as he pulled out of the parking lot, that's a battle worth every day I have left.